Hong Kong recorded 13 million visitors in the first half of this year, which is still more than 60% lower than the number prior to the pandemic. This as Cathay Pacific began turning a profit, with expected earnings between $4 and $4.5 billion in the first 6 months of the year. Timothy Lee tells us more.
Having returned to normalcy, the city has swung its doors open once again to the outside world and has dropped all COVID-related restrictions. Despite having around 13 million tourists visiting the city in the first half of this year, the number is still more than 60% lower than that of 2019, when 35 million made their way to the SAR. Among this year's visitors, mainland tourists made up more than 10 million, while non-mainland visitors numbered 2.7 million, among which nearly 70% were short-distance travelers. An average of 71,000 people visited Hong Kong on a daily basis during this period. Lawmaker Yu Pak Leung from the tourism constituency noted that a major reason for tourism levels having yet to reach pre-pandemic levels is due to the current limited capabilities and supply of flights. Meanwhile, Cathay Pacific reported growths in both flight numbers and profit over the last several months. The airline recorded 1.5 million passengers just last month, which experienced a 9-fold increase year-on-year. Cargo carried by Cathay has increased by 24% between January and June. The company forecasted that it earned $4 to $4.5 billion in the first half of this year, and announced that it will issue a maximum of 6 weeks of monetary rewards to employees who bore the burden of the pandemic. Over the course of the COVID-19 pandemic, the government invested $19.5 billion into the airline to maintain operations of the city's flagship carrier, primarily through preferred stock. Cathay said that it will redeem the preferred shares depending on the market in the coming year. Timothy Lee, TVB News.